One of the great sporting images is of the Italian blue jersey, typically next to the World Cup trophy or on the Olympic podium receiving a gold medal. But why does Italy play in blue in the first place? It's not as if the Italian flag features the colour blue. I enjoy looking for ways in which Italy's reunification continues to shape the country today, whether it's small things like street names and statues, or more significant ones like the chronic North-South divide. And one of those slightly smaller things is the choice of blue as the Italian national colour in sport. Italy was united in the 1860s under the Kings of Savoy, based in Turin, which is why the first King of Italy was Victor Emmanuel II. The national colour of the House of Savoy was, you've guessed it, Savoy blue, which is the famous blue of the Italian national team, or azzurri. Unlike the Savoy coat of arms, which was immediately removed from the Italian national flag on the creation of the Italian Republic in 1946, the use of royal colours for sporting purposes continued. Although Savoy blue has managed to coexist with the Italian tricolour in sport, it's been less successful elsewhere, and you have to look quite hard to find blue in a Republican Italy. It does remain in Italian ceremonial military uniforms, and, ironically, in the flag of the President of the Republic, who replaced the Italian monarch as head of state after the Second World War. Savoy blue is also the colour of the planes of the successor airline to the Italian national airline Alitalia, ITA Airways, although this time it's used as a nod to Italian sporting success rather than to the old Italian royal family. Savoy blue has had an odd coexistence with the Italian national flag, as the green, red and white of the tricolour is fundamentally republican, first being used after the French Revolution as a homage to the flag of the new French Republic. The first official use of the green, white and red was as the flag of the Cisalpine Republic, established in northern Italy by Napoleon. It was subsequently embraced by the architects of Italian unification, including Mazzini and Garibaldi, both of whom were disappointed, to put it mildly, by the royalist triumph in Italian unification and the creation of a kingdom of Italy, rather than a more modern republic like the French. Had Garibaldi had his way, I'm sure the Italian national team would have played in red, the colour of his red shirt volunteers, many of whom had worked in slaughterhouses and wore red shirts to mask the bloodstains. Can you imagine those iconic images of the World Cup being lifted by someone wearing a red jersey? There have been two other challenges to Savoy blue as the Italian national colour. The first one came in the 1920s, and especially the 1930s, as Mussolini, ever conscious of the power of imagery, would not want to miss an opportunity to showcase the black colour of Italian fascism, especially as it had been his black shirt thugs which had helped bring him to power. However, much to his frustration, Mussolini was not the head of state, and his dictatorship was always subject, at least in theory, to King Victor Emmanuel III, who had appointed him, which meant Mussolini sometimes had to play second fiddle when it came to symbolism. This meant Italy continued to play in blue during the years of fascism, although Mussolini was able to insist on the Italian football team playing in black as its second strip, which included one match against France in the 1938 World Cup. Despite this, the Italian team that won the World Cups in 1934 and 1938 played in blue, fascist salutes and all. The second challenge to Savoy blue is the constant urge to tinker with the colour and make each new version of the kit sufficiently different to the previous one to encourage people to buy a new one. I'm confident the colour blue is safe. It survived the fascist black shirts and the abolition of the Savoy monarchy. But whether it will always be Savoy blue, that last link to pre-unification Savoy and Piemonte, is another matter. This all leads on to the next question, which is, why does the French national team play in blue? And why was blue the colour of the House of Savoy in the first place? Pleasingly, the answer is the same for both questions, which is that blue was a colour associated with the royal family in France. So, as with many other things, the Savoys had copied their more powerful neighbours and chosen blue as their colour too. I hope you found this video interesting. If you'd like to see another video about something vaguely Italian, please click like and subscribe, and there'll be another one along shortly.